Good morning, happy day. I think this will be day 5 of Vlogtober that you will be seeing. It's just a little after 11 now, so it's actually a little bit later in the day. Andy woke up really early this morning and wanted to come get in bed with me, and then we both fell back asleep, and I didn't get up until 7:30, and Abram has to be at preschool at 9, so we kind of had to hurry up and get everything done. I kind of wanted to wash my hair today, but we went for a walk. I got very heated on the walk, so it's a good thing that I didn't wash my hair. So today's just gonna be a hat day and a no makeup day, and I'm just kind of gonna let my skin breathe. I'm having like quite a few breakouts in this area, which is, it's not fun. So I'm just gonna kind of let my skin breathe. But we dropped Abram off at preschool, and then Andy and I went for a walk, and then we went to the thrift store. I didn't find anything. We mainly just visited with people. And then we came back and had a snack. Andy had a banana, and I had something that I found on the Aldi special buys aisle, and they are barbecue pork rinds. So I know some people probably don't like pork rinds, but some people probably do. I guess in terms of carbs, they're like a much lower carb option. I know in some other things like saturated fat, they have a little bit more than like chips. But if you like barbecue chips and if you like pork rinds, they're very good. So I ate some of those, and then I let her color while I just kind of did a brain dump and thought of everything I want to do today, both like fun things with the kids and like things for myself, but then also things for the house. I tend to sometimes get into like just like a work mode and like a to-do list mode, and then sometimes the fun stuff comes last or it doesn't happen at all. And so I'm trying to reconfigure my days to where I don't have to be so much that like to-do list mindset. You know, obviously I still want to get things done in a productive way, but I want to have fun too. And I want the kids to have fun. That's also important. So we are going to probably do a puzzle, and then I'm probably just going to try to alternate like doing something fun for them or for me, and then doing something functional. I've got several things that I want to get done today as far as just tidying. I'll tell you about our like supper situation last night. It was kind of funny, but I have to clean up from that and just normal like dusting, vacuuming, things like that. If you can look around me and kind of gather that the lighting looks like it's evening, it's because it is. I did some filming today, but I never actually turned around and talked on the camera. So I just want to kind of go through and explain to you where we left off. So Andy and I spent the morning together. We did puzzles, we played, and I checked a few things off the list. I folded some laundry that was there, you saw on the couch. I cleaned the bathrooms. I cleaned 2 of the 3 bathrooms, and then I ended up cleaning the 3rd one later in the evening. So those are all caught up. And then for lunch, we had leftovers of what we made last night. So last night was my first time using the Instant Pot for a dish. And it came out fine. It just took me a really long time because I started late because I didn't have all the ingredients I needed, and Brandon had to go to the store for me once he got off of work. So I started late, and then I was also learning the Instant Pot. So if you've never used the Instant Pot before, or if you have and you're familiar with it, this recipe, it started with whole kidney beans that were dried. You had to rinse the beans, then you had to cook them at high pressure for 4 minutes, then you had to let it natural release, and then you did the quick release, and then you drained and rinsed those. Then you had to put it on the saute function and saute the vegetables in oil with spices, and then you added the beans back with more water, and then you added the sausage, and you had to cook it at high pressure for 15 minutes. Then you had to let it natural release, then you had to let it quick release, and then you had to take part of that mixture and puree it so that way it would make the whole thing thicker. If you're gathering, it's just a lot of steps. So we didn't end up eating supper last night till about 8 o'clock, which is not characteristic for us, like ever. So hopefully that highlights all the times that I do it right instead of the like few times like yesterday where I do it completely wrong. The good news is that it made plenty. So I had leftovers for lunch today, and then Brandon ended up eating it later in the day. I loaded the dishwasher after lunch because the sink was completely full. So I set the dishwasher to running, and then we went to pick Abram up from preschool. And I decided to pack a couple of mini ice cream cones and take them to the park.
I see ducks, Mommy.
You want to see ducks?
Yeah, I see ducks.
I should have brought some bread for those ducks.
Okay, ducks. I see ducks, people. Mommy, are ducks poisonous?
No, they're not poisonous, but they might bite you if you get too close.
What? Does it have any teeth?
I don't think so.
Well, let's keep on having a little adventure. Bye, kiddo. Don't worry. Mommy. Cheers.
Cheers. They're already getting in the water. There they go.
There's one turtle that's on the boat.
Boy, they're fast for turtles.
Mommy, this one's on the boat.
I wouldn't get too close.
Why?
It ended up being a really fun, just beautiful day at the park. I think I could have sat on that park bench all day and just watched them play. But we went to the park, we did all of that, and then we came home for quiet time. I could tell both kids needed a nap, and they took one. I got my video edited that you will have already seen by now. It was the Thrift My Pinterest video. If you haven't seen that, I will link it down below. And I had so much footage from that, both on my phone and on my camera, that really took me all of nap time, and I still didn't quite get finished. So it took me a long time, but I'm glad that I have that done. If you hear a noise in the background, Brandon is vacuuming right now, which was also on my list, so I can check that off even though I didn't do it. And then once Brandon got home, I had mentioned to him that I'd really like to go to a different park close by. I am doing a photography session next week with a family there, and I've never shot there before. So I wanted to just scout for locations, and I actually ended up getting some really cute pictures of the kids, so I'm glad that we went. We came back, we had supper. Brandon had the beans and rice and sausage. The kids just kind of had a hodgepodge of sandwiches and salami and cheese and all kinds of things. And I made like a chopped Italian salad. I loosely based it off of this recipe, and I'll link it down below, that was a Skinnytaste recipe. It was just romaine lettuce, salami, oil and vinegar, and then vegetables, a little bit of cheese, and then I put some pita chips on the side. I usually just buy the sea salt pita chips, but these are the kind that are like Parmesan and herbs, and they are actually really tasty. Well, I have a little one that wants to watch a little bit of Moana before I go to bed, so I think we are going to do that. I've gotten quite a few things done on my list today. Not everything, I'm looking at it here, but whatever doesn't get done today can just roll over to tomorrow, and it's not a big deal. I did want to get some reading done today in my Bible, and then also in a book that we're doing with church. And so I will hopefully do that once the kids go to bed. And I think that's really about it. I lost my hat somewhere along the way today because it was bothering me. So I have... Yeah. What is it?
Tater head.
Tater head? Yeah, wow. And my hair, like I said this morning, I really wanted to wash it, but because of the walk, I did not wash it. It is very dirty, and you know, sometimes it just happens that way. So I will be washing it tomorrow. All right, guys, thanks for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you are enjoying this Vlogtober series thus far. All right, I will talk to you later.